Hello everybody, this is another Hot Wheels collector video, and today I've got another haul showcase video for you guys. This is kind of a catch-up video if I'm totally honest, as recently I haven't had much time at all to film any haul showcase videos, but right now I've got a little bit of time, so I thought why not film one. So here we go. All of the cars which we are going to take a look at today come from around a month ago to 3 weeks ago. There are some really cool models here though, and there's a really rare car coming up at the end of this video, so please do stay tuned for that. But yeah, I don't want to waste too much of your time, so let's jump straight into this. So, all of the first cars we're going to take a look at today come from a Smyths Toy Superstore, and each of them cost me £1.69, and I was able to find the 2024 G-Case on my little trip to that store. I wasn't able to find everything I wanted from the G-Case, but I did find the majority of the stuff, and yeah, I was really happy with this haul. It definitely wasn't a bad one. So the first car I was able to find was this, the 19 Ford Ranger Raptor. If I'm totally honest, I found this thing by itself. The first time I went to the shop, they had only put out this car from the G-Case, as well as a few fantasy cars, but this thing was the only one that really did tickle my fancy. I really love this thing. I think it's so beautiful. This thing does come from the 2024 G-Case, and this is the 2019 Ford Ranger Raptor. This thing has been painted in this lovely metallic dark blue colour, which I am a big fan of. And this thing does have side and top tamper work. There is no front or rear tamper work on this thing. This thing is rolling on the 5-spoke off-road style wheels, which have been done in black with a chrome lip to them. And this thing does have black base plastic as well as black interior plastic, as you can see there. And this car comes from the 2024 Hot Wheels Hot Trucks mini-series and is car number 2 out of 10 in that set. I would also like to mention that this is car number 43 out of 250 for the 2024 mainline. I love this colour of this car. I prefer this blue version over the black version from the 2024 B-Case. I just love the blue colour on this car. I think it's just such a great model. I cannot wait to open this thing up. I just think it's so good looking. But yeah, that's really it for this car. A really great model. On to the next car. Now then, when I returned to the store a week later on a Saturday, they had put out more of the G-Case. I'm guessing some of the models had sold during the week, because some of the stuff was not there, but this thing was the Hyro Hatia Merc, a brand new casting for 2024's G-Case. This thing is really awesome looking. Look at this thing, wow, really cool car. This thing also carries over into the 2024 H-Case as well. This thing has been painted in this very interesting greenish colour, which is metallic. Super odd colour on this thing. It's almost like a turquoise colour. Really interesting. This thing does receive side and front tamper work, as you can see there. There's no top or rear tamper work on this thing. This thing is rolling on the 5-spoke wheels, which have been done in black with a white lip to them, and these wheels also do have white walls painted onto them as well. I love the white wall look on this car. I think it looks so awesome. It looks like a proper lowrider. Looks really good. I love the look of this thing with them wheels on it. This thing does have this very interesting bluish green coloured base plastic to it, very odd colour there as well, just like the paint colour of this car, and this thing does have chrome interior plastic to it as well. And this thing comes from the 2024 Rod Squad mini-series and is car number 5 out of 5 in that set. I would also like to mention that this is car number 143 out of 250 for the 2024 mainline. But that is it for this car, a really cool new casting for 2024's mainline. On to the next car. Next up, we have the 52 Chevy. This is a brand new casting for my collection, and this thing kind of has a lowrider look going on with it. Looks pretty cool. This thing comes from the 2024 G-Case and carries over into the 2024 H-Case. This thing has been painted in a metallic white colour, and this thing does receive top and side tamper work. There is no front or rear tamper work on this thing. This thing is rolling on the 5-spoke wheels, which have been done in black with a white lip to them, and these wheels, just like the previous car, have white walls painted onto them. And this thing does have chrome base plastic to it, and it also does have black interior plastic to it. looks pretty cool, this model. This thing comes from the 2024 Hot Wheels Hot Trucks miniseries, and this is car number 8 out of 10 in that set. I would also like to mention that this is car number 139 out of 250 for the 2024 mainline. This thing is pretty cool. I'm happy to have this casting in my collection, and overall this is a really cool model. On to the next one. And next up we have the 68 Dodge Dart in this kind of dragster look. I think this thing looks so good and clean. It just looks so awesome. This livery on it is just fantastic in my opinion. I'm a big fan. This thing comes from the 2024 G case and carries over into the 2024 H case. This thing has been painted in a glossy white colour, and this thing does receive side and top tampo work. There's no front or rear tampo work on this thing. This thing is rolling on the 5-spoke muscle wheels, which have been painted in chrome, and this thing does have chrome base plastic to it, as well as black interior plastic to it, as you can see there. Pretty cool colour scheme going on there. It looks really good. As I've said, I'm a big fan of this model. I think it's been done very well indeed. This thing comes from the 2024 Muscle Mania miniseries and is car number 1 out of 5 in that set. I would also like to mention that this is car number 142 out of 250 for the 2024 mainline. But that is it for this car. I just love the look of this thing. It's just another great model which I was able to find. The great models do not stop yet. Next up we have the 94 Audi Avant RS2. This is just a fantastic casting, and this specific ray colour is great as well. Now then, this thing comes from the 2024 F case and carries over into the G case. Really awesome model. Wow, just looking at this thing, I just love it. It is so great. I can't wait to open this thing. And this thing has been painted in glossy red. It does receive front and rear tampo work. There's no side or top tampo work on this thing. This thing is rolling on the 5-spoke wheels, which have been painted in chrome. And this thing does have black base plastic to it, as well as black interior plastic to it, as you can see there. And this thing comes from the 2024 Factory Fresh miniseries and is car number 9 out of 10 in that set. I would also like to mention that this is car number 133 out of 250 for the 2024 mainline. This thing looks so clean. It definitely does have a factory fresh look to it, and overall I think it looks so good. I'm so happy to have this model in my collection. Just like all of the other ones we've looked at so far, this thing is awesome. I highly recommend you pick this thing up. It's so good in person, and even on camera I'm guessing it looks good as well. But wow, this thing is just cool as anything. And here's another absolutely great model. I really love this one too. This is the Ford GT40. This thing comes from the 2024 F case and carries over into the 2024 G case. This thing has been painted in this metallic dark blue colour, which looks so awesome. Very similar colour to the previous Ford Ranger Raptor we saw, and I love metallic blue colours. Metallic red and metallic blue have to be my favourite colours for Hot Wheels models. This thing rocks in this blue colour. Wow. This thing does receive side and top tampo work, as you can see there. There's no rear tampo work on this thing, and there's technically no front tampo work on this thing either. This thing is rolling on the 5-spoke wheels, which have been done in black with a chrome lip to them. This thing does have black base plastic to it, as well as black interior plastic to it as well. Hopefully you can see that there. And this thing comes from the 2024 Factory Fresh miniseries and is car number 2 out of 10 in that set. I would also like to mention that this is car number 12 out of 250 for the 2024 mainline. This is another stellar model I cannot wait to open. Wow, this thing is beautiful. So that is it for my Smyths Toys haul. So now it is time for my B&M store haul. Now then, these cars cost me £1.69 each, just like the previous ones, but I was able to find the 2023 L case, so last year's case, but it was one of them cases where I didn't see many of them at all when it was new, so I'm really pleased it is circulating round again, because it gives me a second chance to find all of the models which I did miss. There are plenty of models from that case which I did miss, and I was able to pick up. So then, let's jump straight into this then. So the first car I was able to find at B&M was this, the 94 Toyota Supra. This was a brand new casting for 2023's L case, and it did carry over into the 2023 M case as well. This is a really cool model. I quite like the Hot Wheels tuned models, and this is no exception to that. I think it's so unique and cool looking. Now then, this thing has been painted in a slightly metallic orange colour. It does receive side and top tampo work, as you can see there. No front or rear tampo work on this thing technically. This thing is rolling on the 5-spoke muscle style wheels, which have been painted in chrome, and this thing does have orange base plastic to it, as well as chrome interior plastic to it. You can see the chrome interior plastic from the exhaust of this car there. There you go. And this thing comes from the 2023 Tuned mini-series, and this is car number 3 out of 5 in that set. I would also like to mention that this is car number 211 out of 250 for the 2023 mainline. This is just a really awesome new casting, and I can't wait to open this thing up too. I think it looks so cool, cute, and just awesome. Really nice little model here. Alright, and next up we have the Volvo P1800 Gasser. This is the second colourway of this car. The first one was this, the green version. This was a new casting for 2023. But yeah, I do prefer this new red version. I think the newer red version just looks a little bit better. I love metallic red colours, as I've previously mentioned, so this one is right up my streets. This thing comes from the 2023 L case. It does carry over into the 2023 M case. And this thing has been painted in a metallic red colour, as I previously mentioned. This thing does receive side and front tampo work, no top or rear tampo work on this thing. This thing is rolling on the 5-spoke wheels, which have been painted in chrome, and this thing does have black base plastic to it, as well as chrome interior plastic to it, as you can see there. This thing comes from the 2023 Hot Wheels Dream Garage mini-series, and this is car number 1 out of 5 in that set. I almost said 2024, but nope, this is from 2023. And this is car number 1 out of 250 for 2023's mainline. There we go. I didn't nearly say 2024 that time, but there you go. This is a really nice model. Great recolor of this casting. Overall, I love the look of this thing. Another one I cannot wait to open up. Next up, we have the 1956 Barbie Corvette. Now, this was also a brand new casting for 2023. This is the first colour of this thing, and this thing was from the 2023 K case and does carry over into the 2023 L case. Now then, I do already have the blue version off to the side here. This is the version I already have, this blue version, as you can see. But this pink version is the original one, which I was looking for, but I was never able to find it up until now, 1 year later, or almost 1 year later. And this is a really awesome model. It has been painted in this matte pink colour. It does receive side and front tampo work. Technically, there's no top or rear tampo work on this thing. This thing is rolling on the Aerodisc wheels, which have been painted in chrome, and this thing does have black base plastic to it, as well as white interior plastic to it. And this car comes from the 2023 Hot Wheels Screen Time mini-series, and this is car number 9 out of 10 in that set. And this is also car number 183 out of 250 for the 2023 mainline. But there you go. This is a really awesome new casting for 2023, and overall I'm really happy to have this pink version in my collection, as well as the blue version from the 2023 Q case. But yeah, that's it for this model. On to the next one. And the final car I was able to find from B&M was this, the BMW 507, another new casting for 2023. Now then, I do have the original white version off to the side, of course. Here it is. Really nice model here, as you can see. But I do think this red version has a little bit more about it. I just think it looks a bit more complete. It looks a little bit less bland, and overall, I just love it. So then, this thing has been painted in a glossy red colour, which is quite dark. It does receive side and top tampo work there. There's no front or rear tampo work on this thing. This thing is rolling on these steely wheels, which have been done in black with a chrome lip to them. This thing does have chrome base plastic to it, and this thing does have black interior plastic to it. overall a really nice look going for this thing. Wow, looks really cool. And this thing comes from the 2023 Factory Fresh miniseries, and this is card number 2 out of 5 in that set. I would also like to mention that this is card number 120 out of 250 for the 2023 mainline. Another really solid model I was able to find. And back to Smyths Toy Superstores we go. I had another haul from there, and it was on the same day as the B&M haul. And honestly, this has to be one of my favourite hauls I've ever had. It was so awesome. I cannot believe what I was able to find. Stay tuned for that because it is unbelievable what I was able to find. I'm still so happy with it, and honestly, I just can't believe it. I'm still in shock to this day. So the first thing I was able to find from this Smyths haul was this, the 2024 Hot Wheels Motor Show 5-pack. A great 5-pack in my opinion. This thing cost me £7.99, and that is the standard price here in the UK for 5-packs. I could not have been happier to find this 5-pack. It's such a great 5-pack full of great models, and when I found this 5-pack it was literally brand new. I've already made a video on this 5-pack going through all of the models in a lot of detail, so make sure to check that out if you are interested in this 5-pack. I will leave that video linked in the description of this video, so please do check that out if you haven't already and you are interested. But in this video I'll quickly tell you what we have in this 5-pack. So we've got the 2017 Acura NSX in glossy white, we've got the Corvette C8R in glossy blue, we've got the Aston Martin Vantage GTE in this glossy yellowish orange colour, we've got the McLaren Senna in glossy black, and finally we've got the 2020 Jag F-Type, which has been done in this metallic red colour, which looks absolutely beautiful. But that is this 5-pack. I'm so happy I was able to find this 5-pack. It's just a great 5-pack full of great models. And the final car I was able to find was this, the 71 El Camino. Have you spotted it yet? This is the Super Treasure Hunt version from the 2024 F-Case. And it only cost me £1.69 as well. What a steal. I cannot believe I was able to find my first ever Super Treasure Hunt, and it's one I really love as well. There is that golden flame. Wow, this thing is so beautiful. I love it. I do have the regular mainline version here as well. Both of them look really good. I just love the way these things look. The casting is so cool, and this specific release is just awesome. But I think we can all say the Super Treasure Hunt is nicer. It's just so good looking. So yeah, this thing has been painted in Spectra Flame purple because this is a Super Treasure Hunt, and all Super Treasure Hunts are painted in Spectra Flame paints. This thing does receive side and also top tampo work, as you can see there. There's no front or rear tampo work on this thing. This thing is in a protector pack because I do want to keep this thing in very good condition. The card is literally immaculate, so I thought I need to get a protector for this thing. It needs to be kept in immaculate condition, and that is what I am going to be hopefully doing with this thing, keeping it immaculate. This thing is rolling on the 5-spoke muscle style wheel riders, which have been done in chrome. Those wheels look awesome on this thing. This thing does have chrome based plastic to it and black interior plastic to it. Hopefully you can see that there. You can also see the golden flame there as well. Really awesome. And this thing comes from the 2024 Hot Wheels Hot Trucks miniseries, and this is car number 7 out of 10 in that set. I would also like to mention that this is car number 132 out of 250 for the 2024 mainline. I physically cannot believe I was able to find a Super Treasure Hunt. I'm still in shock and excitement. Every time I look at this thing I get so excited, and I just cannot believe I was able to find it. The perseverance definitely does pay off. Wow, this thing is an absolute stunning model. But that is it for this haul showcase. What a great haul. We've got all sorts here. We've got 2023 models, 2024 models, we've got a 5-pack in there, and we've even got a Super Treasure Hunt in there. Wow, I could not be happier with this haul. I cannot believe I was able to find a Super Treasure Hunt. But have you been able to find any of these models? Let me know in the comments section down below. And have you found your first Super Treasure Hunt? Let me know that as well in the comments section down below. What was your first Super Treasure Hunt if you've found one, and if you haven't, I wish you the best of luck in finding one. I'm sure you will find one someday. Just keep persevering and it will come. But that's really it for this video. So if you guys did enjoy, make sure to like. If you are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe. Remember, you can also press that notification bell so you do not miss new uploads. Remember, you can also share this video with any friends, family, or any groups who may be interested. But remember, don't feel pressured to if you don't feel like you have anybody who may be interested. You watching this video all the way to the end means so much to me, and I really do thank you for making it all the way up until this point. But that's really it for this video, so I hope you guys did enjoy, and I really do hope to see you guys in the next one. Bye bye everyone, take care.